Who was Maya Angelou in the context of the poem? Maya Angelou was one of the most remarkable voices in American literature and culture of the 20th century. She was not only a writer, but also a singer, dancer, actress, screenwriter, and civil rights activist, working alongside figures like Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X. Her work always aimed to highlight Black identity, the female condition, and freedom. The poem "Phenomenal Woman" is among her most famous and celebrated texts. It was first published in 1995. In the book "Phenomenal Woman", four poems celebrating women. In this book, Maya Angelou puts into words the idea that beauty and feminine power are not limited to traditional standards of appearance. In the poem, she speaks in the first person, embodying the identity of a woman who does not fit into conventional standards of beauty. She is not thin like magazine models, nor does she match superficial ideals. Still, she affirms herself with strength. There is something within her that attracts, inspires, and fascinates. This force comes from confidence, from presence, from inner energy. So, Phenomenal Woman is not just a text about female beauty, but about self-confidence, identity, and the freedom to be oneself. It is a celebration of diverse bodies, different stories, and feminine authenticity.
Structure and main messages of the poem. The poem has some structures that express some messages about the main point of the book. First, the poem has a repetitive rhythm. The most famous line is repeated several times through the text. I am a woman, phenomenally, phenomenal woman, that's me. This repetition does not happen by chance, but happens as an attempt to express her confidence to herself and to the world. She is not just assuming her own beauty and strength for herself, she's doing it to everyone. This makes her poems motivational and inspiring. Throughout the poem, Maya Angelou describes how her relationship with other people is. Men are curious about her, and women are confused. They want to know her secret. They try to understand why she has so much confidence if she doesn't fit society's beauty standards. Her secret is not about her appearance, but it's about something much deeper, her attitude and the way she believes in herself. It's in her own way of being. Angela writes, "It's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips." This shows that Maya Angelou's expressions means that she loves her body, she loves her voice, and even the smallest details about her appearance. This makes her confident. This makes her believe in herself and not be ashamed of her own features. As a strong woman, loving herself above all is essential to become this phenomenal woman. Let's now highlight some of the main messages of the poem. 1. Challenging beauty standards. She expresses that being beautiful is barely about appearance, but especially about your truth, personality, and energy. You don't have to be perfect to be pretty. You just have to be yourself and love your versions. This is really important nowadays, especially considering that we live in a toxic society when talking about social media and beauty standards. 2. The power of self-confidence. She emphasizes that the biggest beauty secret is not a makeup trick or a piece of clothing, but a confidence you carry with yourself and the way a woman recognizes her own worth and capacity. 3. The body as expression, not comparison. She expresses her body as something to assume and to love, not to compare or to hate. The body is not something to hide or change. It is something to express her identity, her story, and her presence in the world. She admires her body because it is a feature used to express pride and confidence. 4. A manifesto of feminine pride. By repeating "phenomenal woman, that's me," Maya Angelou gives all women a phrase they can adopt for themselves. The poem becomes a declaration of pride, not just personal, but collective. It's about all women from all walks of life, realizing their worth and refusing to let anyone define them. Also, it is important to remember that this poem is especially powerful for Black women, who have often been excluded from traditional beauty standards and have faced double discrimination, both for their gender and for their race. Angelou's words give voice to women who have been silenced, and that's what makes the poem both personal and political.
Even though the poem was written almost 30 years ago, its message still feels fresh and urgent today. That is one of the reasons it was become such a symbol of empowerment. People connect with it because it makes them feel seen, especially women who don't feel represented. Maya Angelou wrote about many topics, but she also lived it. Racism, abuse, behavior, sexism, everything as a try of just her voice down. This is why Angelou expresses all this kind of prejudice, and the way she could resist it with the poetry to encourage women to not accept that and to build their own confidence. Through her writing, she helped people believe in themselves, especially those who felt left or underestimated. Phenomenal Woman reflects her own journey of healing and empowerment. It's not just poetry, it's experience, it's memory, it's transformation. Even today, we still live in a world full of pressure, especially for women. There are beauty standards, expectations, stereotypes, and social norms that try to tell people how they should look or act. And because of that, this poem still matters. It tells us that we don't have to change to fit the world.
To finish, Phenomenal Woman is more than a poem, it's a statement. It tells women, especially those who have been told they are not enough, that they are powerful, beautiful, and valuable just as they are. It's about self love, confidence, and celebrating what makes each of us unique. And that's not just a message for women, it's for anyone who has ever felt judged, excluded, or underestimated. Maya Angelou teaches us that our power doesn't come from outside, it comes from within.